Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Mattels Thundercats in 4 months or less. Feel the magic, hear the roar, Thundercats are canceled. You poor Thundercats, you try so hard and you just keep getting the short version of the Sword of Omens. It's like everyone looks around the party and says, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, hey, where are the Thundercats? I feel like they should be here too. Yes, where are the Thundercats? You can always find them in one of two places. Either they just launched a new toy line or they just prematurely canceled one. In 2016, Mattel kicked off their Third Earth subscription service for the first wave of Thundercats built on the same bodies as their successful Masters of the Universe Classics line. With no mass retail strategy, without the support of a cartoon or video game or any kind of tie-in, Mattel seemed to be relying purely on the pre-existing Masters of the Universe Classics fanbase to support the Thundercats as a kind of parallel or supplement to the Masters line. Thundercats was going to live or die based on the number of subscriptions that could be generated off a fraction of an already limited fan base. Look, Thundercats fans are loyal and passionate and ready to spend the money. There just aren't enough of them out there to carry a line the conventional way. This probably should have been a Kickstarter. Mattel announced 5 figures with 2 slots going to Lion-O and Mumm-Ra, of course, but the other choices would leave collectors debating. Mattel picked Panthro and Jackalman as lieutenants for Lion-O and Mumm-Ra respectively, and then added Pumyra in the 5th spot. Why Pumyra? She was one of the last vintage figures released in 1987 and today commands a much higher secondary market price than almost every other figure in the line. It's a nice tip of the hat to a group of collectors that Mattel would be depending on to make the line a success. Right out of the gate, bad news started to circulate. Fans didn't like the first Lion-O head sculpt that was shown to the public. The line got delayed, and without telling anyone, Mattel produced a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack featuring WilyKit and WilyKat. I can tell you from personal experience that finding out you might not get the entire series of now 7 figures, even though you're a paid subscriber, was enough to make me not want to be a subscriber for this or any other line Mattel ever decided to produce ever again, ever. Of course, the line was canceled before the entire line had shipped, but fortunately, all of the figures did actually ship. 7 figures hardly makes a full line, especially when you don't actually get the entire core team. No Tigra, no Chitara, no snarfing Snarf for Snarf. But what Mattel did produce was a solid, albeit small, line of very good figures. Clearly lacking some of the quality control of the Masters line, the finished Thundercats demonstrated Mattel's attempt to dig into the lore with accessories like long and short Sword of Omens, the Thunderkitten surfboards, Panthro's key, 2 different cloaks for Mumm-Ra, and alternate hands all around. From the sculpted fur on Jackalman to the bandages hanging off of Mumm-Ra to the bright colors that echo the cartoon palette, they represented a marriage of cartoon aesthetic with a touch of realism in the details. By borrowing their articulation from the Masters line, they suffer from the same lack of posability despite their 25 points of articulation. Crunches don't crunch very far, thighs don't swing very far forward, elbows only go to 90 degrees, and wrists only pivot in one direction. Mattel handed the Masters line off to Super 7, who have a better grasp on the new methods of selling action figures to adult collectors. Thundercats, though, are still in limbo. There's a chance this line is not actually dead, but like Thunder Bears, merely in hibernation. Either buy them on the secondary market now or wait to see if the line gets picked up by Super 7. Maybe they re-release these figures, or maybe they start with a second wave of characters which will blow the prices of these figures to the roof. If you're not a Thundercats fan, then these were, are, and always will be an easy pass, but if you missed out on the 2016 subscription, they're a must-have, so buy them while you still can and cross your fingers for more in the future before the reboot again. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe, share this video, and let us know in the comments if you or someone you love is a spurned Thundercats fan hoping beyond hope that someday you'll be able to put your hands on a properly articulated Snarf figure, complete with snarfs and a snarf, if you know what I'm snarfing.
It's gross, and there's no place for it on this channel.
You're gonna bleep that, right?
God.